I like it big.
In the busy city of Lagos, there lived a young woman named Amanda Williams, a strikingly beautiful lady who came from a wealthy family and managed one of the biggest companies in the city. And although the world saw her as a confident and successful CEO with a perfect life, Amanda carried a private struggle that nobody around her knew about because behind her polished appearance and calm voice, she battled a powerful sexual addiction that controlled her choices and quietly shaped the hidden part of her life. Amanda was rich, independent, and admired. She never lacked anything financially, romantically, or socially. But her addiction to sex had nothing to do with love, money, or loneliness. It was simply a strong urge she felt within herself, a craving that seemed bigger than her own will. And because she could get any man she wanted, she kept falling deeper into the habit without anyone noticing what she was going through. She was clever enough to make everything look normal. She carried herself with respect in public, she stayed organized at work, and she treated everyone around her professionally, so nobody suspected that she had another life happening completely in private. She always made sure every encounter was quiet, planned, and controlled. After every moment she shared with any of the men, she gave them money as payment for their services, and as a guarantee of silence, making sure none of them ever spoke about what happened between them. Her major, long-running private involvement began with her operations manager, Kelvin. Kelvin was a calm, gentle man who always avoided direct eye contact with her during meetings, and Amanda noticed him for months before she finally acted. One evening, after everyone had gone home, she called him into her office under the excuse of finalizing a project update. They talked for a while. The conversation slowly softened, and she guided the moment until Kelvin understood her intention. He didn't resist. He agreed with hesitation mixed with curiosity, and that night became the beginning of a secret affair that continued regularly. Their encounters happened often, sometimes in her private office after closing hours, sometimes in the boardroom when the building was completely empty, and sometimes in the quiet corners of the top floor where nobody ever went. It became a routine between them, something they both understood without needing to speak about it, and each time, Amanda gave Kelvin money to ensure privacy, which he accepted without argument. Their involvement went on smoothly for a long time, but eventually, Amanda began to lose interest. Her addiction always pushed her toward new excitement, new faces, and new experiences, and with time, the routine she shared with Kelvin no longer satisfied her. She didn't argue, she didn't confront him, she simply detached quietly and allowed the connection to fade. When her interest in Kelvin ended, Amanda's attention shifted to a very handsome, muscular cleaner who worked in her company. He usually came into her office early in the morning or late in the evening to clean the floors and dust her shelves, and she found herself drawn to his appearance and the calm confidence he carried. Whenever he walked into her office, she watched him quietly, studying the way he moved and the way he greeted her respectfully. The attraction grew gradually, and Amanda, who never acted without intention, decided to approach him. One evening, after most employees had left, she asked him to stay behind and help rearrange some files and furniture. She started a light conversation with him, asking about his background, his schedule, and his work in the company. He responded shyly at first, but Amanda knew how to make people comfortable. She lowered her voice, maintained eye contact, and slowly guided the moment until he relaxed around her. When she finally made her intentions clear, the cleaner hesitated but agreed, and afterward, she handed him money to ensure silence. He accepted it immediately, too overwhelmed to question anything. Their interaction lasted only a short time because Amanda did not form attachments. Once her interest reduced, she moved on to the next man quickly and quietly. Another intimate situation developed with her staff driver, a man who always admired her from afar. One evening, after a company event, she asked him to help carry some files into her house. She talked to him gently, gave him her full attention, and slowly shifted the conversation until he understood what she wanted. He agreed, and afterward, he accepted the money she gave him. But, unlike the others, he became emotionally attached. He started calling her unnecessarily and acting protective in a way that made Amanda uncomfortable, and she eventually arranged for him to be reassigned without creating any drama. The entire situation remained completely private. Another evening, Amanda approached a security guard in her estate. She asked him about his shift and his background, And one step at a time, she led him into a private corner of the estate garden where everything happened quietly. Afterward, she gave him money. He accepted without hesitation, and the incident remained unspoken just like all the others. One of the most shocking moments happened on a Saturday afternoon, when she invited a man to her house. After their encounter, she handed him money, and he accepted quickly. But just as he was leaving her room, her father arrived unannounced. The man rushed out, trying to escape unseen, but her father caught sight of him. He looked at Amanda with disappointment, said only one sentence, "Amanda, something is wrong. You need help," and walked out. The encounter troubled her deeply but did not stop her addiction. Everything remained a secret because every man accepted her money and kept quiet. And no one had enough courage or reason to tell the world what was happening. But the turning point came when Amanda met Mr. Daniel Smith. Mr. Daniel was one of Amanda's company investors, a man she met during a partnership meeting several months earlier. He was polite, well-spoken, calm, and always treated Amanda with respect. Because of his position and his clean public image, she never suspected anything unusual about him. Over time, their professional relationships slowly became friendly. They texted occasionally, discussed business over coffee, and sometimes spoke after board meetings. Amanda liked the way he carried himself, quiet, observant, confident, and her addiction pushed her toward him the same way it had pushed her toward other men. One afternoon after work, Amanda casually began her usual pattern. She spoke to him softly, added subtle compliments, and created the same comfortable atmosphere she used on other men. Daniel played along perfectly. He smiled, responded warmly, and seemed to enjoy her attention. She thought everything was going exactly as planned. A few days later, Daniel invited her to his house for dinner, saying he wanted to discuss a new investment idea in a relaxed environment. His tone was calm and persuasive, and Amanda saw it as the perfect opportunity to get what she wanted. She arrived at his house around 7 p.m. The mansion was massive, ultra-modern, and almost intimidating in its design, with tall glass walls, long echoing hallways, and automated lights that dimmed and brightened on their own. Daniel welcomed her with a gentle smile and led her into the dining area downstairs. At first, everything felt normal. They ate a simple dinner, talked about business, shared a glass of wine, and laughed occasionally. But slowly, Amanda began to notice small things that made her uncomfortable. Daniel locked the front door with a heavy bolt immediately after she entered. The curtains were all tightly closed, even though it wasn't late, and she kept hearing faint footsteps behind the tinted glass walls at the back of the house, even though Daniel insisted they were alone. Her discomfort grew, but Daniel kept distracting her with conversation. When she stood up to use the restroom, she glanced through a narrow passageway that led toward the backyard. The sliding glass door was slightly open, and she saw two men outside under dim security lights, whispering beside strange wooden boxes. The sight made her freeze. Something felt terribly wrong.